Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode and thanks for joining me. Sorry last week I didn't have an episode. Probably could have figured something out to talk about, but I didn't think it would be anything interesting. Not that my stuff is that interesting anyway, but really was boring last week. But this week we've got some news and some exciting stuff coming up and a bunch of questions for you guys. So bear with me and we'll get started on it. What's missing? There's something missing in this corner. Yep, the DR-Z is gone. So, a little bit of a sad day for me. I was all ready to go to the race and got a message on Facebook. I had commented on a forum on Facebook that the DR-Z might be for sale. So Saturday, the bike was prepped, everything's good, everything's getting ready for the race. Had everything set up, and Saturday night somebody got a hold of me and asked if it was still available. So I had a little bit of an issue, didn't know if I should run the race or take this gentleman up on his offer. So yeah, didn't run the race, and selling the DR-Z. Not sure how I feel about that. I'm gonna miss it, that's for sure. Like I said, had everything ready to go for this morning. Bike was prepped. Had all my stuff sitting here ready to be put on the truck, and I was headed for New Jersey. And then this gentleman got a hold of me. So, guess we'll say goodbye one last time. Hopefully the gentleman enjoys this bike as much as I do. I don't really want to get rid of it. I was planning on doing the enduro with it and then riding some mini moto stuff with it as well. But got bigger things on the horizon, and sometimes you just got to let things go in order to achieve the goals you want to hit. So we'll just say goodbye. I'm gonna miss her. Let's go meet the bike's new owner. So got a lot of stuff coming up as far as life in general and the business and Patreon. So getting rid of the bike, not necessarily what I wanted to do. Had so much fun with this bike, and I've had very few bikes that start on the first kick like this thing does. I took care of it, it took care of me. But like I said, sometimes to achieve your goals you gotta give up a few things. So bittersweet. I'll be able to get some more things done with the money down the road. Like I said in the previous videos, you know, I ultimately want to get a KTM 300 XC, so I can make my enduros and hare scrambles a little more enjoyable. Those bikes are a little more set up for that kind of stuff. So still trying to get more Patreons. Once we hit 10 Patreons, we're going to do the first $500 giveaway, the helmet, and then hopefully gain more momentum from there. Spring's coming, so bikes are out. Saw a bunch of bikes the other day. It's still a little nippy here in Maryland, but it's getting warmer. So check it out. Make sure you get on the Patreon thing. And that's another reason I'm getting rid of this bike, is because I'm trying to hit our goal, and sometimes you got to add a little bit of stuff, because you know, the dealership, our biggest sponsor, the dealership, you know, we want to be able to give the bike away and help support them. They've supported me, and you know, we want to get another project started, something that you guys voted on and are interested in. So we want to get rid of the bike as quick as possible, and as soon as we hit that gold dollar amount, the sooner we can pick a winner and do the 3 drawings and give the bike away and go from there. So every Patreon counts. This isn't the only giveaway that we're going to be doing. I know it takes time to build an audience and all that kind of stuff, so hopefully we'll keep going. People will get excited about it. My biggest thing is I want to build a community out of it, have people be excited about this kind of stuff, as excited as I am. So, first question. Do I start putting this Raptor? I have an 05 Raptor 660 that I have down to the frame. I'm planning on getting it powder coated, basically building a custom Raptor from the ground up. The motor was, the engine I had it bored out, bigger piston, all that kind of stuff. Or do I start restoring my 72? Do I start restoring the 72 Yamaha? Now, when I say restoring, I mean getting it back to working, replacing the broken parts. This thing was running when it went in the shed 25 years ago, but as you can see, I literally brought it home and put it in the garage and haven't really touched it since. Apparently it was a race bike since the day it was made, so I don't have a title or anything for it. I imagine I'm going to be getting one. But my idea for the restoration, so to speak, it might not make some people happy, but it is what it is. So, which one do I start on first? The Blaster, it's got electrical issues. So I put a new top end on it, as you saw in one of my videos, but it's got electrical issues. I had spark before, now I don't have spark. So, still trying to figure that out. Alright, so, and if I restore, or not restore, if I build the Raptor from the ground up, would that be something that I should give away on Patreon, on my Patreon page? Like, would people be interested in, you know, supporting me and possibly winning a fully custom Raptor from the ground up? And if so, you know, obviously I would start the voting and things like that online to see what color we get, the frame powder coated. I have everything. I mean, it was a whole bike when I got it. The motor was trashed. In the top, well, I should say the top end was trashed in it. So I just went ahead and bored it out. I have a hot cams bottom end for it that I got to put together, and so on and so forth, and then I would put stage 2 hot cams in it as well. So I don't know which one I'm going to start on first. In between customers' bikes, I'd like to get started on something. Plus, summer's here, and I have other news. This is saddening. So I was thinking about doing, if you watched the episode about when I slightly talked about how I grew up, how my parents are Amish and obviously didn't grow up with electricity, and I definitely didn't grow up around motorcycles or ATVs or anything of the sort, I was thinking about doing one episode a month where I basically talk about how I grew up and so on and so forth. Maybe try to give people a little better idea of what growing up in the Amish culture is like. If that's something that you all would be interested in, make sure you comment below, and or look me up on Facebook, send me a message, let me know what you guys think. It'd just be kind of like an interview style, maybe throw in some pictures and stuff like that of when I was wearing suspenders and homemade clothes and all that kind of stuff. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about which bike I should start on first, whether it's the 04 or the 05 Raptor or the 72 Yamaha 360 Enduro. And if you want me to start on the Raptor, if you're interested, should I give it away on Patreon? If so, get on Patreon, become a supporter, and make sure you vote. Let me know what you guys think about some of the stuff we've talked about in the comments, and we'll go from there. Other than that, we will see you next week. We've got some exciting stuff coming up. Can't really talk about it right now because I don't have any examples of it. So hopefully the examples of it will show up this week, and we'll get started on something. Meanwhile, keep riding, be safe,